What's up, jabronis? I decided to try this off the cuff, you know, Call of Duty in the background format of talking. I'm gonna try to do this like most mornings. Just get up early, bring my coffee outside. After I capture a match of Call of Duty, which evidently I'm a little rusty. I haven't played it in a while. That's why I kind of suck this game. But that's because I was moving. I was, you know, I lived in Colorado for 4 years. Around the time I was 25, it was during the pandemic, and shortly thereafter, basically during the pandemic, I worked a lot. I worked 2 jobs, delivering pizzas and groundskeeping at a really high-end golf resort, or golf club rather. Um, and the pizza delivery place, the restaurant I worked at, I really liked. Um, I felt like I fit in there, which is unusual for me because I don't feel like I fit in anywhere for the most part. As sad as that sounds, but the golf, the groundskeeping job, on the other hand, I fucking hated that. It was a summer job though, but man, it just kind of reinforced the fact that I hate golf. I think like not only is it boring, it's like I actually hate golfers now too. You know, I all due respect, I think they're all assholes. Cause my own what do you call it, anecdotal experience. I'm probably not using that right, but when I was working at the golf course, it was like not only do you have to get there at like 5 a.m. and nobody wants to fucking do that. I'm not built for that shit. But then you get there and it's still dark. You can't see shit. And then it's wet out and you're driving around this golf landscape, and it was very very hilly, very mountainy, sort of. You wouldn't think for Jersey, but it is. And there's one particular area. But anyway, if you don't go fast enough, mowing the lawns and doing whatever in the sandy pit area, whatever you call it, these golfers who are usually like middle-aged to elderly men, they get up at like fucking 7 in the morning to start golfing. Like, who does that shit? Who the fuck gets up that early to do anything? Unless it's like you have to. But no, they do it. It's like, is that like a morality thing? Like a fear that like you're missing out? But you're gonna spend your retirement years playing golf? But anyway, these golfing douchebags, they'll if you don't go quick enough, they'll just straight up smack the balls at you from like hundreds of feet away. That shit's I'm not kidding. That shit really happened. Like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? Fucking douchebags, man. Not to mention this golf club I worked at. I think at the time, like this is 2020, inflation's got us all fucked up. But I think they didn't. I never got an exact answer because it's like private and exclusive. But remember, this golf club was like, I think one individual membership was like 35,000 a year or some crazy astronomical number like that. Like, what the fuck, man? But anyway, it was just a job. And then I moved out to Colorado, and now I'm back to Jersey, trying to build my business. I was actually recording this outside before for the first time, and I was going to use this new mic, this new lavalier, whatever you call it, that I got for the podcast I'm going to do. But I'm just recording this off my phone right now because I got to charge that thing, rather. And then I took my phone outside to go lay in the sun while I do this because I thought, the sun, I love laying out in the sun, makes me feel good, and it'll make for a positive, positive material. And then my phone got the warning halfway through. I didn't even realize that it was like, your temperature's too high, and my phone was like having a heat stroke, so I had to come back inside. And I was talking about interesting shit too. I was like talking about like my early days in school, how it's like, I'm almost 30 now, but where do I get so many of these negative reinforced thoughts of myself so often? Like, where does this shit come from? And I was thinking of it, like the very first time that I ever felt truly, I guess, isolated or like ostracized from the crowd. And it wasn't deliberate, I know, on the adults' parts, but in kindergarten, I had this one teacher, and she was very nice, as I recall, but I had a journal specifically just for me that she would write to my mom every day. And I I thought the way I interpreted it at the time was that I'm just a troubled mess of a kid. Like, there's clearly something wrong with me. But the fact of the matter is, I just have like severe ADHD. It's hard for me to stay on topic unless I think I do better when I'm riffing off of somebody, like in a podcast format with somebody else. But I'm trying to do this by myself because I just can't stay focused on one topic. So I'm trying to do it right now. I'm doing my best. This is not easy for me. But anyway, the journal, I had it for me specifically because what I would do is I had a hard time just sitting still throughout all my schooling, grade school, college, all of it. And I just could not fucking sit still. Even today, you know, I notice when I'm on a plane or just most places, I have to be like, fidgeting or whatever all the time. I think that's what got me into gaming in the first place. But I would just get up in the middle of class and just, I'd grab a hall pass or whatever. I'd go to the restroom and I would just stay there for like 20 minutes, not even doing anything. Like, I didn't even need to go. I just wanted to leave the room. I just wanted to escape because I felt like I was in prison, I mean, I had a couple friends in there, but some of my earliest friends, from what I can recall. But I just didn't like sitting in there. In kindergarten, for me at the time, it was only half a day. You get there at like 7 or 8 or something, which is also fucking retarded to begin with, but whatever. And then I think we were only there till like 12, but it still felt like an eternity to me, And yeah, I could not just keep it together, sit still all day. It was tough. But yeah, for some reason I always thought like, oh, I must be different then, because I had that journal and it was like, yeah, he left the classroom today. He didn't do his homework because he forgot or something. I thought it would just kind of disappear. Oh God, I don't know, man. I'm trying to like do these from like earliest memory recollections, That's the first one I'm doing at least. But try to think back, like, what are some of your earliest memories and like that kind of make sense and pertain to how you view yourself today? Because that's what I've been doing lately, and I think it's honestly a really helpful way to kind of figure out what's the matter with you, or like any issues you're struggling with internally. Because a lot of this does come back. It's all tied back to childhood. I mean, not all of it, but a good amount of our formative years. And so I'm just starting at the beginning. And now I'm almost 30. And, obviously I want to go into my 30s more positive. And I always try to maintain that positivity and that optimism, but it's not easy all the time. I know people want to see that authenticity, but like I have that issue where I want to make everybody happy because I feel like the world's just such, a crumbling mess in the times we're living in. Like factual, I really do. I acknowledge like how fucked up and chaotic things are, but I don't want to fuel that fire at all with my own shit because I feel like I can handle myself if I just if I just figure out what's wrong and just move forward with it. And everybody always, goes, oh, get a shrink, get some therapy. I'm like, well, let me try to do it myself first, because I do exercise. I do take care of myself and try to do things that I know are going to make me happy, like building this business and, spending time with family and friends and making time for what's important to me. And traveling is the big one. That's what this whole channel is going to be about. But anyway, I'll try to share more stories. I'm trying to become a better storyteller overall, and it's hard when you're ADHD. It is not easy. It's a bit of a it's a challenge. But yeah, leave in the comments some of your earliest memories of things that kind of how do I say, like, stuck with you and kind of are still there to this day that you think caused that or whatever. I did not articulate that properly, but you know what I'm saying, I think. All right, take it easy. See you next time.